What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for another daily news video on this Thursday, the 9th of February. Now, there is big news, but I'm not going to talk about that in this video. So, the big news is obviously the quote unquote new Super League. I'm not going to talk about it on this video because me and Julian are going to record a podcast in a few hours that will drop tomorrow, so Friday, and we will basically dedicate that podcast to the whole Super League thing. So tune in for that tomorrow when it drops because we have a lot of things to say about it. You know, about the new format, whatever, and especially about fans or like certain fans, and you can say them Premier League fans being complete hypocrites about it, and not really about them spending money now. Like that's not even the part where they're being hypocrites about, but it's far deeper, and we will talk about that. We will talk about what it means, if it's gonna happen, blah blah, all those things. But again, not in this video. Otherwise, it will be kind of copy paste, maybe too much. In this video, I want to talk about Di Maria a little bit because I think was it yesterday, was it Wednesday or Tuesday? There was some news from I don't know which source, but it was a good source saying that he's thinking about, or not thinking, he wants to play another season in Europe. Now that could be with us, or that could be with Benfica, where we started and where he was close to joining even before. Um, that's basically the story that was out there. Now, Gazzetta dello Sport tops that story. They are saying he's happy in Torino and finally feels at the center of the project. Forget that part. It's clickbait. It's put that in there. He's not center of the project. That's not what it is. People take that too literal. I'm not getting angry if papers write that. Whatever. He just feels good in Torino. Okay, but they're also saying like thinking about a new deal now at this moment in time is also very early. Much will depend on the results, obviously, this season for the club, obviously. But there's more and more rumors that he could stay and he could do an extra year. Now, I said, like, when he joined last summer, I said I wouldn't be shocked if he stays another season. You know, we had Julian saying he will leave in January. Many thought you guys thought that Julian was joking. He meant that when he said that. I laughed about it because I said that's never going to be the case, and there's no scenario where he will leave in January because he's not that guy. He never was that guy that he just bails out mid-season, or there are rumors that he wants to bail out completely mid-season. There were no legit rumors that that was a possibility from good sources. So I was laughing about it. Julian was very serious about it. But I said that's never going to be the case, ever. Like, that's not going to happen. Um, just just forget about it, basically. I think that story was kind of created based on, oh, he only wants to stay 1 year, which we knew when you signed him. So that you need to deal with it. But I've also said I wouldn't be shocked if he stays for another year. Why? Because of the first sentence. Like, his family is happy in Torino, and I think maybe he or his wife at the beginning, that was a talk where like they were not sure joining Juve. You know, move to a new city for 1 year and all those things. But according to legit rumors, they're very happy in Torino. So that's that. You know. Now the question is, should you give him another deal? Like, should you renew him for 1 more year, probably on the same money? Do you need to do that as a club? And now we're back in last year's situation where we need to spend a lot of money. You don't know if you have a lot of money. If you have a lot of money, you don't even know if you're going to be in the Champions League. Probably not by the looks of it. So money will be down even more. You dropped out of the group stages, so the money is even lower than ever. You know, so we need to factor all those things in on top of You need to replace Rabiot, Alexandro, Cuadrado because they're just walking away on a free. Paredes walking away. Like you all need. You're gonna need to replace these guys, and replacing them is not something that will come cost free, basically. Or you need to do Chelsea type of deals, buy them and try to pay them off for the next I don't know how many years and all those things. It's very difficult. Do you want to invest that big of a wage again to keep him a season, but save on the transfer fee? Or are you like, no, it's done, and you're gonna take big risks, and you're telling Sule, which is looks kind of impossible now, telling Sule you need to step up next season. You're gonna be one of the main guys. That's really weird because he's not now. Like he's not getting enough minutes to suggest he's gonna be capable of doing that. So that's already a bad prep if that's the case. It's a very strange situation because you need to fix it. You need to fix it. I prefer to move on, and obviously, like in a in a perfect scenario, I prefer to just move on, get someone younger in, and keep it rolling. Now, it's not a perfect scenario, so I understand that we cannot replace everyone with quality and go out there and spend 200 million or whatever, or 100 million. I understand that. So it's a very difficult situation. Like, it's a situation that is looking more and more, how do you want to say that? More and more, yeah, strange, because you need to replace so much, and there's only so much money possibly out there. So decisions are going to be made in the summer, and maybe one of the decisions is sell a big player to reinvest in the squad again. Who knows? Who knows? We have no idea at this moment in time, basically. But it's on the table. I do believe it's. I do believe, excuse me, it's on the table. I do believe it's possible that he will stay for another season. I'm not writing it completely off. I think if you just stay in the league, I don't think Champions League is the biggest factor for him anymore, and for a lot of players, for one season, obviously. So I do think it's a possibility, but I'm not sure we need to do that, if like I prefer to just move on from all these players and replace them with younger players and all those things. I do also understand it's very unlikely that that's gonna happen, that you're gonna bring in 4 or 5 of those guys, because we're gonna need 4 or 5 of those players just because players are walking away from the club on a free, and on top of that, we personally want to replace players who are under contract still, who are not free agents, and we're probably not gonna how do you want to say that, replace in the summer, So it's a very difficult situation for the club, in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments, because again, I do know a lot of people are like, no, completely, and I understand that. I'm saying like, no, in a perfect scenario, case, whatever, perfect world, no. But how are we going to replace all these players? That's the biggest question. And we cannot all replace them with youngsters. Like, that's not going to work. If you want to compete again, that's absolutely not going to work. You need to also add some ready-made quality in there. Like, you just need to. There's no other way around, in my opinion, because we have a lot of youngsters in the team now, younger players. And we have a lot of older, we're just not good enough players in the squad. I think we need a healthy mix. We need to go into that direction. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think it's a possibility? And do you want it? I think that's the biggest question. So yeah, let me know. Check out the podcast that will be out on Friday on the Super League, and we will see you back tomorrow then, I guess. Ciao.